Hello everyone and welcome back to Teacup Tarot. I hope you guys are doing great and all of you have had a very good and relaxed weekend. So is there something special that you've done for the weekend? Let me know in the comment section down below. I have just had the most relaxing weekend ever. Now, having said that, we will come back to our video, and the topic for today essentially is what your future looks like. Like, what kind of a future are you creating for yourself? This will be in terms of your health, this will be in terms of your money, your career, and overall your life. Alright, so you have three piles in front of you. Please pick one that really speaks to you. You can choose on the basis of the imagery or the feathers in front of you. I'll give you some time and then we'll start with pile 1. Hello, and if you've picked pile 1, then this is what your future looks like. So what I'll do is I'll just place all of your cards here and then we'll get on with your reading. So I have a lot of cards for you today, both from tarot and oracle. So I'm just going to try and fit everything on the screen in the best way possible. Alright, firstly, let me tell you something, pile 1. You guys are one of the most hardworking people ever out there, because whatever is showing up in your life, it is as a result of a lot of hard work. Hard work in terms of your life, in terms of your physical life, but also hard work in terms of your own personality. Okay, look at this. This is like the building block. So what you've done is you've like put one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, build your life one brick at a time, and as a result of this beautiful life is going to be showing up in front of you. Yeah, also what I see is spiritually, as a person, on some deep level there is an acceptance of life, acceptance of your situation, and acceptance of the person you have become. And this is honestly a very beautiful way of being. Okay, I'll tell you, you've done a lot of spiritual work. That is what I see. Because what I see here is on a karmic level, you've cleared your slate, okay? So whatever the future is going to be like for you, it is just going to be the most brilliant part of, your destiny. The best part of your life is just beginning is what I'll say. And especially after the solar eclipse, you'll really see signs of life of this, okay? One more thing, the very first card for you is the sun. So this is like happiness. This is about fulfillment. This is about joy. This is about experiencing liberation, like freedom of enjoying the best things in life. Again, the reason why you have this freedom is in the future, financially, you have built a good place for yourself. You've worked hard, you've like really worked hard day in and day out, and as a result, build a very strong financial bank balance. Okay, so you don't really have to worry about paycheck to paycheck. You can now afford things that actually come into the dimension of luxury. Again, I see property, but property that you have for yourself. In certain cases, this can actually be something like a small studio, but I see this as an independent space. Okay, for certain people, this can actually be buying your own home, like your first home or your forever home. That is possible. In certain cases, this can actually be like buying a vehicle or buying something specific, like building shares, building your investment portfolio. That is possible for you. Again, in the future, I see you guys traveling very frequently. This can be work related or this can actually be for pleasure, In certain cases for you, I also see you working remotely, like work from home option, having your own business that you operate from home or that you operate from a physical space. Like I said, I was getting a very strong studio vibe for you. That is also possible. But again, you're becoming more passionate, like you're living life to the fullest. You're becoming more enthusiastic and also you're becoming more creative. Like you are becoming a very strong person in your mind. And as a result, when a person is very strong in their mind, the outward situation changes dramatically. But also there is healing, especially for people who've gone through traumatic relationships, whether it is with your parents or this is in a relationship, a romantic relationship, you've healed out of it, like you've forgiven people and you're moving towards it. Again, even when it comes to your health, you have that sign of improving health. So in the past, if you've had health challenges, or if currently you're facing health challenges, those will get better. But let me tell you that getting better will take effort on your own part as well, and in certain cases can actually be you moving towards like alternative physical therapies. Okay, this can be Reiki, this can be pranic healing, working with chakra, or working in a specific spiritual practice. Again, let me tell you, for a couple of you, you may have had root chakra issues in the past, and in certain cases, a couple of you have it right now. So, what is happening here is you're resolving your root chakra issues, and as a result, that outward manifestation is showing up in your life. Okay, but in a way, what is happening here is, like I said, you're becoming more accepting of yourself, you're accepting people around you for who they are, and you're in a way welcoming things towards you. Like what is happening here is you are almost like a garden, a garden that is just physically there, and you have a lot of other things coming towards you. Like this can be, like this butterfly, and this can be in terms of caterpillar, which then transforms into a butterfly. Okay, you can just be like a garden where beautiful flowers bloom. Okay, so that is what you are. So also what I sense here is, relationship wise, let me tell you specifically, if you want a relationship will show into your life, and you'll have a lot of happiness in that relationship. But this happens as a result of your choice, because what I see here is there are two kind of people that I see in this pile. One, where you choose to be single and just enjoy life on your own, and second, who choose to be in a relationship and then enjoy the perks of a relationship. Okay, so this will be a choice is available with you. That is what I see your future being like. But once again, you guys will sort of pick up new hobbies. Like possibly you've never been a good painter in your life, and all of a sudden you decide to pick up the painting brush and start painting. You've never attended a baking class before, but you attend a baking class and you actually decide you want to be a baker. That is also possible. So again, for a couple of you, changing your profession based on your interest is also very much on the cards. But again, this is very you deciding the kind you want to live, the kind of life you want to live, and as a result you build that for yourself. Okay, and no matter where you are right now, whether you're 15, whether you're 30, whether you're 50, you're 60, you always have a choice. And I see you guys exercising your life. But again, what is happening here is you're living moment to moment, like you're making decisions as you go. I don't really see you guys as sitting with pen and paper and deciding like, okay, I want my life to look this way 5 years from now, I want my life to look this way 10 years from now. You are done with that. Okay, you're just accepting of whatever life comes your way, and you're living moment to moment, and because of which you're able to experience tremendous joy in your life. Your heart is open, your mind is open. As a result, beautiful experiences are going to be shaping up. Let me tell you, for a couple of you, I also see you traveling abroad. Okay, traveling abroad for holiday, traveling abroad for work, or traveling abroad for residence. That is also very much possible for you. For a couple of you, having an income source from foreign lands, that is also showing up for you. And in certain cases, a couple of you may actually date and marry people from different cultures. Maybe this doesn't always have to be a foreigner, but just somebody from a different culture, somebody from a different upbringing than the one you have. All right, but either way, it's a beautiful life, one that you're building consciously. So this basically depends on you, because your life right now at this point of time is like a clean slate. What do you want to now write on it? What kind of colors you want to paint it with is your choice. So whatever future is in front of you, it is because of your deliberate choice, but it is a good one, especially financially and especially emotionally. Okay, that is what I see for you. But as a last word, let me tell you, keep working at your root chakra. Okay, and this is not just now, this is forever, because you always need to work on that root chakra aspect. Okay, keeping yourself grounded, keeping yourself in place, because what happens for you is Energetically, you're so charged that sometimes, it so happens that things are ups and downs. So, that is likely. And in a way, what is happening is your intuition being so strong and your upper chakras being very strong, that lower chakra then needs specific help. Okay. Again, if you're open to it, worshipping Lord Ganesha, chanting his mantra does help a lot when it comes to root chakra. Otherwise, exposing yourself to the energies of nature, to the energies of sun, to trees and grounding is always going to be important for you, not only now but in the future as well. Let me tell you, take it easy, pile one. Take it easy, just breathe, because your life looks fabulous no matter what, because you've paid a lot of karmic debt by the time you reach here, and you're free to live a life now, a life where you can just breathe and be yourself more than anything else. Yeah, you have a choice now, so make sure you're exercising that choice. And most of all, if you haven't already, the beautiful future that is meant for you will happen when you accept yourself. So if you're not there yet, make sure you do that. Make sure you accept your life for the way you are, so that the future will become easier. You're building a good life for yourself, and I for one am exceptionally proud of you, pile one. I really am. I'll leave you here, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've picked pile 2, then this is what your future looks like. Let us take a look into your cards. I have oracles and I have tarot as well. I'll just place all of them here first so we can sort of have a look at them. And let me tell you, today I have a lot of cards, so I'll just try and place all of them in the screen as best as I can, but if I cannot, forgive me. Okay. Alright, let me tell you something, pile 2. Where you are currently and where your life is headed are two entirely different directions. So you guys are in for major changes in your life. Now what's going to happen is how this change is going to be coming about. This will be almost the end of something and the beginning of something new. Like possibly this will be you changing your job. In certain cases you'll change your house, or maybe you'll change your relationship status, like from single you'll go to married. But either way, there is some change that is happening which is resulting in a lot of dramatic shift in your future. And let me tell you, this shift is of course towards the better, because one thing that is very clear is financially your position is going to get very strong. And by strong I mean incredibly strong. Okay, you're not only going to be able to afford everyday things, like you don't really have to worry so much about your next paycheck. You'll be comfortable, but you'll also be able to afford things that come into the aspect of luxury, something more than need. Okay, because you're financially very fulfilled. In a way, you'll not only be taking care of your own needs financially, but you'll also be helping somebody else. Okay, this can be your immediate family, this can be your community, but either way you are in that place of philanthropy, where you can do something good for somebody else. But other than that, this is also you acquiring things, like materially. This can be in terms of property, so you may be buying a new home, a home which really borders extravagance, luxury. That is what I see. But also for a couple of people, this can also be you consistently building yourself in terms of your career. Like you will keep climbing the next ladder, like climbing the corporate ladder. Like having achieved one stage, you will move on to the next. And in certain cases, this can actually be you moving to the leadership position. In certain cases, this can really be like an independent business position, where you advise people, you are the top boss and you dictate things. All right. But again, you are also very prone to learning a lot of things. So in the future, even if you are like 30, 40, 50, no matter what your age group, you will keep learning, you'll keep researching, you'll keep building up your own knowledge levels. Okay, so in a way you're going to be an eternal student of life. That is what I see. Again, in certain cases you're also learning from life. Okay, learning lessons from life and becoming a very wise person. Again, for a couple of you, marriage, a commitment like marriage again features very strongly. family. And in a way, what's going to happen is you people, both of you together, will almost become like a power couple. Like you will come together and you will build a life for yourself, financially and otherwise. So I also see for a couple of you guys, in the future you will get married and have a family, like have a child of your own, or in certain cases this can also be like somebody who you fostered or adopted children. Now you know the definition of children is very very different. Of course, in certain cases this can be kids of a family member, again that is also possible. But as you move forward, there is a tremendous wish fulfillment aspect that is happening, okay? So everything that you wanted for yourself, everything that you've really really worked hard for, and everything that you've built patiently for yourself is actually coming to fruition. This is almost like a completion of sorts. Like, okay, when I set out, when it came to my career, my life, I had these dreams, and you're actually fulfilling those dreams. In certain cases, this is very closely associated with a family member as well, all right? But again, this is also a hand of fate. Like some things that are going to be coming into your life, these are gifted to you, gifted by fate, like this was meant to be. Again, with that romantic connection, that is also possible. But again, financially, some things are really fated. Once again, let me tell you, you're very strongly moving towards your north node. So in a way, you're being very very true to yourself, okay? And just look at this card. This says be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. So whatever it is that you're building for yourself, the kind of life that you're living, you are getting it because you've always been true to yourself. You've listened to your intuition, okay? And that intuition is leading you towards the best life possible. Again, let me tell you something. In terms of spirituality, you're really really becoming very strong. Like you'll probably walk a spiritual path, you'll meet a spiritual teacher, or you'll find that you are really like moving towards a life that is very very spiritual. In a way, the life that you've built for yourself is also a very outward manifestation of your spiritual life, okay? In a way, I also see you guys dramatically living in a different fashion than people around you. For a couple of people, you may decide that you want to actually move to a different city and build a life that is slightly away from people who you normally belong with. That is also very much a possibility again. But let me tell you, whatever is happening, it is deeply transformative. And this is not only true when it comes to your external life, but also your internal life. Like as a person, you're really really changing. Your values are changing. Your core beliefs are really really changing, is what I see here. But again, in the future, I also see you acquiring a property, like a significant property, okay? A property that you've really worked hard towards, like you've saved a lot of money when it comes to buying this property. Again, for a couple of people, this can also be buying a new vehicle. But you know, there is this essence of being strong luxury wise. Because you're so strong, you can now help others. And let me tell you, you will be people who will do a lot towards society. Certain cases, this can actually mean like having a charity organization of your own, being associated with charity, or you know, just donating your time, or maybe donating money. But either way, there is this essence of living for others, for doing things for others, taking care of others. Again, this can be your own family, your friend circle, or people who you love. Overall, I see you being content with yourself, content with your choices is what I see. Let me tell you this, pile 2, you've worked hard for this life. So wherever you are currently in your life, and if you feel like things are not working or things are not the way you want, don't be afraid to change things. Because you know, as you keep changing things, as you become a different version of yourself, like you will live a life which is like just right for you. And one thing, let me tell you as a word of advice for you, whatever you feel is right for you, whatever you feel is right for your life is right for you. Just believe in yourself, okay? And this is the future that I see happening for you. Lot of changes, lot of things that you will change, lot of things that will change by itself. But in the end, you're heading towards your north node. And when it comes to destiny, when it comes to a good life, like in the end we all have to walk towards not node. You guys should be very, very proud of yourself that you are actually heading that way, because honestly very few people are able to manage that in this lifetime. Okay, so be true to yourself. In a way, fate plays a very important hand for you. So if you feel like you're being moved away from certain things and moved towards something things, this is for your highest good. Always remember that. And don't ever leave your spiritual path, because your spiritual path in a way assists you in number of ways than you really know in this lifetime. Overall, this is your reading for you when it comes to your future life, your destiny in a way. I wish you the very, very best, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 3, then this is what your future looks like. So first of all, I will arrange all of your cards, and I have a lot of cards today, both from your tarot and your oracle. So I'll try my best to fit it in the screen, but just be a little patient with me. Focus. Okay. Alright, first of all, pile 3, let me tell you, as you're moving ahead, you're becoming very, very independent, okay? You're learning to take risk, and that taking risk, being able to move away from the comfortable into something that you're not really sure of, something that you cannot really imagine how it will turn out. In fact, will work to your greatest advantage, alright? Because that is what I see happening. In a way, what I see is, as you move forward from here, you're just finding the right key to the right door. Because if you look at this card, just look at this. Like this lady, this bird in fact has a lot of keys, and she's just picking the one that is right for her. And in a way, what you're doing is you're like letting out your heart out of the chain. Like if right now in your life you're feeling like you're living in restrictions, you're living a life that is just not right for you, trust me, as you move ahead you'll find the right key, and then life will shift like that. Okay, that is what I see. Because what is happening here is, in your future, okay, this is something as soon as like a month or 2 months from now, your life is shifting here. Like it's really taking speed. You're like moving away from a situation and into something different. And what is happening is, you as a person, you're becoming far more determined. You're determined to shape your life in a way that you are comfortable with, but also this is you playing on your strengths. Okay, in a way for you guys, I see a forward movement to a different city, to a different place of residence, but a change of place, a change of location is what is happening, that is resulting in a lot of changes in your life. So no matter where you are, this shift is coming, especially in terms of location. Of course, for a couple of you, I also see a new vehicle coming into your life, something that you love, something that you've been saving for a very long time. That is also possible. But look at this, the card essentially for you is big happy changes. So wherever you are right now, be prepared for that enormous change, and don't be afraid to risk it, because I know you guys are taking a major risk when it comes to something. But that taking risk, this is almost the card of the Fool. This is like beginning again, having that enthusiasm again. That is making all the difference for yourself. But again, what is happening here is your work, the things that you believe in, the things that you learn, the things that you teach are taking priority for you. Especially your career in the next 6 to 7 years is going to really take prominence in your life. But this is not really independent work, okay? This is work with other people, like working as a group, like-minded people coming together and working towards something, or people with similar kind of an information coming together and building something. Okay, in a way what I see is you're really weaving the carpet of your life. Like you are choosing, okay, do I want this shade, do I want that shade, and then you're bringing all of that together. That is what I see. Like I said, once again, the perfect key to the perfect door. That is what is happening. But in terms of your family life, in terms of your emotional life, I see a period of deep fulfillment coming towards you. For a lot of people, you may decide you want to get married, you may want to move in with a significant other, In certain cases, having kids of your own, adoptive kids, being around family, being around friends, that is the vibe that I have. The sense of community, that community aspect is really, really coming into focus out here. So, what I see here is you're, of course, independent as a person, but you choose to be around other people. You choose to be around people who make you feel good, who make you feel like you're useful, that you have a place in the world. That is what I see happening. Once again, let me tell you, intuitively, you're getting very, very strong. Of course, for a couple of you, this can actually be you dedicating yourself to a specific spiritual practice, and as a result, getting intuitive nudges because of it and moving ahead. But at the same time, let me tell you, there are also emotional ups and downs happening for you. Like maybe you'll like go back and forth asking yourself, is this right, is this not right, is this right, is this not right? Let me tell you, trust yourself. What you lack at this point right now when you're watching this reading is just trust and faith in yourself. Like I said, I really see the energy of the Fool, and the energy of the Fool is one of self-belief. Even if it may feel like he's walking away, he's walking out towards a cliff. Okay, trust yourself, come towards an edge, you will never be sorry for it. Okay, that is what I see. But again, as you move forward, I believe you're going to be more focused, you're going to be more driven, you're also going to be much more ambitious than you currently are. Okay, so also what I see is, I see you guys working on something specific. Now this can be in terms of a passion project, this can be with regards to your career, or this can be just regards to something specific, like probably building a business for yourself, building an independent practice for yourself, or just working on like a novel, working on a website, working on something of significant value. Either way, what I see is this way, you've already achieved a lot in your life, pile 3. Like you've worked hard, you guys are hard workers, and you've been through a lot, but you're not really afraid of challenges anymore, and you're just wanting to build up on your strength. In a way, this will also be you building up a significant amount of money for yourself. Like, I don't really care what your age is, or I don't really care what your position in life is. Okay, you can be 18, you can be 30, you can be 60. You will work towards a lot of money for your future. All right, building your assets, building considerable amount of money, that is very, very strongly towards you. But one thing that I really see for you, if right now, if you're leading a life that is slightly slower, my dears, things are going to be shifting dramatically. Like you're going from like inaction to 360-degree change, and action, because what is showing up is Knight of Swords. Like Knight of Swords is always moving, it's a lot of air energy. Okay, so a lot of things happening in your thought domain, like exchange of knowledge, doing intelligent things, doing things relating to research, that is also showing up. But what is happening is, as you move towards your future, you have that sense of hunger. Like, you achieve one thing, you want to move on to the next. You achieve one thing, you want to move on to the next. So in a way, nothing is satisfying you. You are just like hungry for more. Now, of course, this is like a brilliant tendency on your part. Like at a particular rate, ambition is definitely important. But at that point, let me again remind you, it's important to be happy with what you have. So one thing that I really want you guys to do is, as you move ahead, is count your blessings every single day. Because for you, there is a possibility that you have a lot, but you overlook it as well. All right, that is what I see. Again, for a couple of you, your pets will play a very important part in your life. And if you don't have a pet currently, maybe you will decide that you want to adopt one or get one. But either way, that pet energy again is very, very strong in your life. And again, birds, you may have a lot of birds, and again, you may essentially move to a place, or you live in a place where you have a lot of birds around, or you have animals around, or in certain cases, you may decide to work charitably with animals, work in an animal shelter, do something for animals. Okay, if you are those kind of people, you are the best kind of people in the world, and I love you for it. Either way, but let me tell you, as you're moving towards the future, you have big changes, but you have happy changes. But this is something you are doing for yourself on your own. Okay, nothing is happening, so this is all a choice. Because if you just look at the very first card you selected, this lady, she chose one key from the bird. The bird didn't just give the key to her, because the bird is clearly looking away with his own keys. So you're setting yourself free, and as a result, this beautiful life is being created for you. Okay, so don't be afraid of change, because you have to walk towards it. Just be slightly careful about your emotions, because your emotions may be leading you in a direction that is not right. Maybe that anxiety is building up. Breathe, meditate, and just calm down. Okay, because the future looks good, and you just need to focus and put one foot in front of the other. Be like the fool, be willing to take risk, because that risk is exactly the element which will take you exactly where you're supposed to be. That's your reading for now. So that is what your future looks like. This is the life that is destined to come to you. I'll leave you here, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.